It's time to spin the wheel. Let's spin it. And it looks like it's going to be the Vipers.
All right.
Okay. Southside, we're ready for them. Let's go.
Courtesy of my level 40 win in Season 1, we're taking my golf cart over to Vipers territory, but who invited this guy?
I don't know. A random hopped in with us, but that's cool. You can come to the Vipers court and take this L. That's cool with me.
Just be sure to tip your golf cart drivers.
That's right.
So funnily enough, we rode over to Vipers territory, and the guy who tagged the...
And even here, in the middle of the season, Steve, some players are really putting in the work and playing with postseason energy.
Well, that's a mark of greatness in my book, Kevin. Guys who value every game and don't want any unnecessary losses on their record.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Nurkic, the pivot, with Grant at the other post spot. Simons and Hart are your wingmen, and it's Lillard in at the point. Here's Dimes, covered by Simons. And good, the three-point shot, good from Dimes. Dimes got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for Minnesota. Pass to Hart. Back to Simons. To the inside. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Dimes, covered by Simons. Dimes, the pass to Towns. Right wing. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. You have to admire the energy with which Rudy Gobert attacks the glass.
Kevin, well, his stats reflect that tremendous effort. He averages some crazy rebounding numbers, using not just his size, but also his expert timing.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Dimes. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Lillard against Russell. Now Simons. Last game, 26 points. Here's Hart. Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And Jeremy Grant picks up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Dimes gets the bucket.
Look, this is how you draw it up coming out of the locker room. 3 of 3 so far.
Lillard bounce pass. That's a 2 from Simons. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Showing the quickness. Nice catch and shoot by Anthony.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. I asked him about their offensive strategy given their 0-2 record against this team. He said, same as ever. Get to the rim. Pretty simple, Kevin, but with their athleticism and finishing ability, he clearly thinks it's their best option. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. No good from Grant.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Pass to Simons. Now, here's Hart. McDaniels defending. Back to Simons. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Dimes. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. It's deflected. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Puts up a 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. And here are the Trailblazers now. They trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Simons kicks to Hart. To the paint. Here's Lillard. That one, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. Here's Dimes. Coming off a solid outing against Denver. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. Shots from the floor.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
You look back at how the Blazers have drafted. They get a lot of value no matter where they pick. Great job of identifying and growing talent.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. 2 big marks there, you're right. And the last 2 lottery picks for Portland before the latest draft, Lillard and McCollum.
And Kevin, McCollum has since moved on, but they have knocked it out of the park in the last decade. Great job of maximizing draft assets.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Knight's checked in for Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Edwards, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Noel in for Russell. Pass to Winslow. Swiped it away. From deep three-point range. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Little. He averages about 5 points a game. And the pass to Sharp. They could use a bucket. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Anthony Edwards.
And all the talent in the world. That's what made Sharp the 7th overall pick in a fairly deep draft.
And he sinks the second. A guy who hasn't played a lot of ball. Sharp, though, has all the all-star tools they think available to him.
An exceptional shot maker from outside. And he's got great vertical bounce, almost a 7-foot wingspan. And he is relentless in his attack.
The offensive rebound. Payton kicks to Winslow. Here's Sharp. Oh, drew the foul. Almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3. It's on Anthony Edwards. And he can't hit the second. And he misses all 3. Greg, we know a lot of teams using former NBA officials now working as consultants to teach their players how the refs see the game. Is always looking for that edge.
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's a great idea because philosophically sometimes as the rules evolve, players got to learn how to evolve with them. So not getting the calls you might expect, also how you communicate with officials. I think all of that stuff plays a big role in just furthering that dynamic between the officials and the players.
And here is Payton after the three-pointer from Dimes. Here's Little. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
Little refuses to back down from tough defense. He welcomes the chance to score on it.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for Portland. It's a 16-point game. Passes it to Sharp. And here's Little. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good D by Anderson. For Minnesota, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Here's Dimes. Sinks the three-pointer. 6.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
And it's Sharp missing.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we'll be back with you shortly. Minnesota making some changes. Prince has checked in for Gobert. Dimes comes in for McDaniels. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Austin Rivers. And then for the Trailblazers, Watford's checked in. And it's Nasir Little in for Josh Hart. Sinks the triple.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Prince out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Dimes in at the 3 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Inside, here's Watford, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
One shot. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Knight's checked in for Towns. Anderson comes in for Torian Prince. And it's Noel in for Russell. And then for the Trailblazers, Winslow's checked in for Grant. And it's Payton in for Damian Lillard. Minnesota calls timeout. And Smitty, one player who's really improved in a very short amount of time is Anthony Simons.
Kevin, a dynamic guard who plays with a lot of confidence. He is especially lethal on the offensive end. And it's because he is capable of scoring from all 3 levels.
Minnesota's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Dimes in their last game against Denver delivered quite a performance. He picked up 67 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
He may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
What I like is they just kept calling his number. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working, and we wonder why.
And Smitty, during his NBA career, Justice Winslow has proven to be a terrific defender, but when healthy.
And a versatile one as well. He's someone that can D up guards and bigs. A guy that takes pride in making things difficult for opposing players.
Here's Payton. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Simons the pass to Little. He kicks it to Winslow. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Little with the ball. Guarded now by Anderson. 6 to shoot. Winslow's shot is off. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against the Nuggets. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That is his first foul of the game. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Here's Dimes. He's got 34. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Payton kicks to Winslow. Pass to Simons. Back to Payton. Pass to Winslow. Now here's Little. Anderson, the bounce pass. Three-pointer. Another bucket. Wow!
Once again, he's reached the 40-point mark as there has been no slowing him down all season.
Well, GA, with all these 40-point performances, he's close to matching the mark for third most 40-point games in a single year.
Well, we haven't seen this many 40-point games in a long time. He is close to matching his airness, Michael Jordan, who scored 40 points an incredible 37 times back in '87.
Here's Dimes, covered by Winslow, and the foul called on Dimes. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Simons against Edwards. Simons surveying the D. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And doing a really solid job getting that ball inside. Much more of a physical presence here in the second.
And for Portland, they're shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Now, here's Simons. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Little gets the bucket.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
3 seconds left. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make. They are executing.
And so it's Minnesota. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Dimes has been sensational.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
On the court for the Trailblazers, their forwards, it's Hart and Grant. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. And it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle.
Relentless interior effort from Jeremy Grant, not letting the defender scare him off.
Takes a three, and got it! Another basket that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. And there's the pass to Hart. Lillard against Russell. And Lillard kicks to Simons. Just 5 on the clock. And that one goes long.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
But Timberwolves have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
I think, Steve, now we see less real grudge matches than we did before. But do you like seeing those games where there is no love lost, where there is some bad blood and some contention?
Kevin, I love it. Yes, friends off the court, but on the court, you got to go at each other. And when it's over, win or lose, you leave it right there and you go back to being friends. We've seen Anthony go for 40% from deep for an entire season. You know this man can shoot it.
Here's Dimes. Down it goes, jamming that one.
After we've seen that a few times today, guys, I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Lillard, the pass to Hart. And Lillard kicks to Grant. Misses the three. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Dimes, covered by Lillard. Towns trying to get open, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 57 points for Dimes.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Here's Simons. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Here's Simons after the made shot from Dimes. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Out to the right wing. Here's Dimes. Non-stop scoring machine here. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And now the latest from our reporter, David Oldhead.
Thanks very much. Now, the Blazers missed the playoffs last season for the first time in almost a decade. Coach Billups says, it's been a lot here so far, but I just know that I'm built for this. This is what I do, and it gives me the opportunity to stand up as a man to show that I can lead. I'm ready for it. Kevin?
I think he is, and he's embracing the challenge, which is fun to watch. David, thanks. And here is Hart, following the 3 from Dimes. Three-pointer, Lillard. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's McDaniels. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Grant dishes to Lillard. Now, here's Hart. McDaniels defending. Lillard, the pass to Hart. That's a 2 from Simons. Minnesota with the rebound. Dimes got 6 rebounds in the game.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't right there tonight.
Yeah, that's what we call playing with force. And Towns going up for the dunk, daring the defense to contest.
Passes it to Russell. And the layup's good off the glass. Russell's got 7. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far. Being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
And Lillard kicks to Simons. Back to Lillard. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, Simons. It's rebounded by Towns.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And the dunk by Grant.
This is a familiar sight. Jeremy Grant making his way to the rim and finishing strong.
Here's Dimes. Off target from outside. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And it's Simons missing.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
It's stolen. And the foul called on Dimes. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Anderson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for McDaniels. Portland also making some changes. Little, he's checked in for Josh Hart. Sharp comes in for Anthony Simons. And it's Payton in for Lillard. Now here's Little. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Dimes got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's the 3. And again for 3.
And what a display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. Peyton passes to Grant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, entering the league, Jeremy Grant was athletic, had top-notch physical tools, and now he has the skills to go with it.
And Grant drops them both. To the middle. And again, Minnesota will turn it over.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And so it's Minnesota holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Dimes is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Knight in at the center. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. There's Winslow, and it's blocked. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Shot clock at 5. Here's Little. Here's Watford. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Great execution in the screen and roll. Little analyzing the defense and making the right play.
They get it back. Dimes. Another one goes. Incredible.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Pass to Sharp. And we've seen not only some new trophies induced, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but we have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
Matchup. Nope, get out.
All right.
Let's
Perfect.
go.
All right.
Yeah, nice pass.
30.
I'm there. Reject.
Here we go. Get out of here.
I like the communication though. Let's keep it going.
Oh no, that was just a horrible pass.
Oh, okay.
This is the challenge.
And Brent, for those star-laden teams, this has to be a difficult time of year to stay completely focused.
Well, those teams have a bigger goal in mind, BA, all the time, and there is no doubt. They always think health first, getting proper rest, and making sure they're playing their best basketball come playoff time.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's man in at the point guard position. Here's man. Pass to George. It's rebounded by Dimes. From downtown, and another three from Minnesota.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Leonard outside. About a minute into this first quarter. Timeout called, the Clippers. The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep, Brent.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA. So they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps that you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. George for three. The Clippers rebound. Stolen by Russell. Pass to Dimes. The fadeaway. Zubats against Gobert. Here's Dimes. 5 on the clock. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Zubats. And here are the Clippers now. Searching for their first points of the game. Their last encounter was in Los Angeles.
There obviously was a breakdown at the defensive end. They gave away too many clean looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
Now here's Zubats. In his last outing, 8 points for him. On the wing man. Pass to Leonard. Now here's George. Tries to snap the cold streak. Russell with the rebound.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Here's Dimes. Another miss by Minnesota.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Now here's George. 35 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Here's Dimes. George defending. Dimes.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
No good with the triple. There's the triple. George, that one's good.
After missing his first 4 shots, he finally gets one to drop.
And Minnesota calls time here.
And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of the game.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Here's Dimes. From outside, off the mark. And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brent.
Yeah, B.A., with all of that experience, he's able to switch on so many different guys, and he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package.
Los Angeles has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Here's man, guarded by Russell. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And Terrence Mann, after being a role player in his first couple of seasons, we're starting to see him get a larger chunk of duties for this team.
And Brent, Terrence Mann has embraced the added responsibility.
Yeah, he plays a great combination of the 2 and the 3 spot. And I just love the confidence that Terrence Mann is building, becoming more of a scorer and becoming more of an attack threat. He came in as a pass-first guy. Now he doesn't pass too many of those opportunities up.
Now here's George. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24 and a half a game. Leonard gets the bucket.
You give him a nice pass, there's a good chance Kawhi Leonard's going to bury a shot like that.
Here's Dimes. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. Nails it from 3. He's got 11.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
The Clippers trail. George outside. Now Powell. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Nuggets in Denver.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And so here are the Clippers. After the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Here's Dimes. In the game against Portland, very impressive.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Timeout called, the Clippers. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Batum is checked in for Zubats. Covington comes in for Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. And it's Jackson in for Mann. Now here's Jackson, providing this team some offensive. Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Zubats, he's checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Covington. Paul George, he's checked in for Kennard. And it's Mann in for Jackson. The Clippers shooting a rough 25% from the field in this game. So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. Terrence Mann is out there with Paul George. And it's Powell in at the 3. Now here's McDaniels. This is the most they've led, 13 points.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find him.
And that streaking rack attack is the mobile one drive.
Yeah, talent is one thing, but it's about the want to. Up big, but not settling. Continue to press the attack.
Thanks. Well, Dimes in the last game against the Trailblazers was tremendous. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and it was his highest point total of the season. A Hall of Fame level performance the whole league is talking about now. It was a masterpiece. Guys?
All right, Alec, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, BA. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Now here's Powell, a valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. Morris, left side. And again, another missed shot.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Fires the 3, and the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Ooh, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
The Clippers call timeout. Grant, it's a shooter's league, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, BA, the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, you know, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Powell. Timberwolves on D. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Zubats against Gobert. Here's Leonard. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Leonard's got his second bucket on the night. Outside McDaniels. Back to Russell. Towns against Morris. Pass to Russell. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Sometimes it's the simple play that's most effective. D'Lo with a nice assist.
The Clippers have gotten nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. George outside. The steal. Here's Dimes. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Well, they've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break, that'll add to your total in a hurry.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Sinks the tray.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Got a piece of it. Here's Dimes. Give him 30. From the arc. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
McDaniels up top. Pass to Dimes. Out to the right wing. Just 5 on the clock. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Now here's George. Back to man. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Leonard can't get it to go.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Over to the left wing. Here's Dimes. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Leonard outside. A minute 53 left in the first half of basketball. Off the left rim and out.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. Rivers is checked in for the Timberwolves. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way. Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor. And they're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question. He is elite, Allie. Thank you.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He's off on the first. Anderson's checked in for the Timberwolves. Edwards comes in for Russell. And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Batum checked in for Zubats. And so it's Minnesota building an insurmountable lead. Come on, they're up 38 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has forced a number of key turnovers, giving them a clear advantage on possessions. We'll be right back after this word. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And for the Clippers, they're shooting poorly, just 30% so far. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. And it's Dimes in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
You think about a rough moment in Kawhi Leonard's career that had to have come around 2021. That season-ending injury in the playoffs that kept him out of the entire 22 season.
Well, we're glad, though, that Leonard took the time to fully recover, Brent.
At BA, you have to prioritize your health as a player. Kawhi has had his scares throughout his career, but him being fully healthy is going to help him unleash his full game on any opponent. So getting him back to 100%, a priority for him and the team. Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
George outside. Leonard on the wing. To the inside. Man. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Man's got his first points in this one.
Well, go ahead and try to stop Kawhi Leonard, and he'll just move the ball to the open man.
Here's Dimes. Connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. George outside. Intercepted. Pass to Russell. Here's Dimes. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Morris. And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
Shot by Leonard, no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
2.
Both good from the line that time. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Leonard outside. Here's Mann, averaging around 6 a game. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Russell.
Well, a late second-round pick in 2019 out of Florida State. Terrence Mann has proven to be a steal, and he's going to be in this league for a long, long time.
Good on the second one. And for Mann, proving he belongs earned him a 2-year, $22 million contract extension.
And B.A., I love his game. An efficient scorer and good decision-maker who doesn't try to do too much. He just makes it easy for coach to trust him with bigger minutes. And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
McDaniels from long range. Sinks it from distance. McDaniels got 5 now.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Here's Mann, guarded by Russell. Here's Morris. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Morris has gotten his first bucket of the night. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Pass to Gobert. Here's Dimes. He's guarded by Zubats. Towns with the ball. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And it is so tough to disrupt Towns' shot. I mean, when he shoots, he's so disciplined and locked in. Ah, so impressive.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Timbers.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Well, they've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, and you win that turnover battle.
And so in the game for the Clippers, Kyle and George are out on the wings. Kawhi and Zubats make up the front court, and it's Mann in at the point. George outside, 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a three. The Clippers rebound. Leonard. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter. Here's Dimes. George defending. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Clippers. Forbes is checked in for Anthony Edwards. MVP voting is usually somewhat contentious. What's your criteria for that award, Brent?
I think it's really difficult, BA, and I don't think there's anything wrong with people talking about it when the voters are saying year to year their criteria changes, because guess what? Every season is different. So it's a very difficult award to try to pick out the very best player in the league. Winning has to have something to do with it.
Pass to Jackson. And he nails the jumper. Well, the Timberwolves shooting at 31% here in this fourth quarter. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
That one's off. Noel, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the second free throw is good. And for players, greatness can be defined so many ways, but giving back has to be a component of that. Wouldn't you say, Grant?
Well, to whom much is given, much is expected. In BA, I agree 100%. Players today understand the impact that they can have on others. I love that about the league, the players, the coaches, everyone involved, using this gift to make a change and a positive impact throughout the world.
Here's Dimes. Pass to Noel. The shake. A nice shot by Dimes.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
Here's Coffey. Here's Boston. Back to Coffey. And Brent, one issue that's come up. Star players unavailable for various reasons. But some tension there with teams. Where are we headed with this, you think?
I think one of the things, BA, that's going to be of interest in the next couple years is how much this rest, recovery, and load management is actually impacting the player's performance. There's been a lot of data out there, and it's a lot of predictive data about whether or not a player should play. And the league is really digging in to see whether or not this is actually affecting the players or if they should be playing more minutes. And I don't know if it comes down to something financial, but it usually does.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Three-pointer. They grab their own miss. This one for three. No luck on that one.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between. And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Timberwolves.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And looking at their record after this victory, this will be their 37th of the year.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Dimes.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. A nice shot by Dimes.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Here's Dimes. And good! There's another!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. The three is up. Good. He hits again. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Another bucket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Jackson outside. Outside Covington. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is
No way.
Nice block, Brian.
Come on.
Brian's got it on lock.
This build should just be called the eraser because it just erases so many shot attempts. No way. Oh, screen got me.
Yeah, watch on those screens.
Good cut. Nice, good finish. All right, we need to stop.
Let's get a stop here, boys.
Good cover, Chris. Nice.
Oh, my bad. I just got sucked in and he hits that. I shouldn't have done that.
Danny said guard the 3.
I know, and I didn't guard the 3.
Go, Brian.
Fine.
That's you.
All right, we need to stop.
Yeah, the offense is no problem. We just got to find some stop.
Yeah.
We have a mismatch on the yeah.
There you go. Good job.
I'm looking for that.
No, is that in? Okay, thank you. There's the stop.
Coming up.
I'm going right up the middle. That's a look.
For the tie. Get in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice
Come on,
shot, Chris.
one stop.
Nice
Let's
shot.
go. One more stop.
Nope. I'm going. I'm
Watch
going.
one side.
That's fine. Corner. Corner.
Back in.
I see him.
Come on, one stop for the win.
stop.
Let's do it, guys.
19,
Come
19.
on. Come on.
Yep. Stay with him. Stay with him. Try that.
No way. No way.
I'm out.
Come on. Oh.
Get me.
I see you, Chris.
Hold on, coming in. Got you, Danny.
Get in. Oh, no, that was a horrible loss.
Game. That's game, baby. That's game.
Let's go.
1 win streak. Just end the segment here. That's a hot streak like you've never seen before. 1 game win streak. You've never seen it. History here on 2K TV.
Is this the biggest win in 2K23?
I think it is. Take that, Alexis. Take that, Alexis.
You know how on NBA stats, besides the teams, they say like win streak and it's like W1? That's us.
Hey, we'll take it. I'll take a W1 over an L1
That's right.
all day.
Listen, we're nice. We help out the community. We give them rides to the parks, but we're not friends when we step on the court.
And this
We're
was
not giving
extra
free
special
rides.
because we drove our opponent to the court and beat them. So just a great win all around.
Let's hope that this momentum carries us to the next Team 2K TV versus the World segment. Round of applause.
We're not going to lose again. Not
I think
again.
it will, Alexis.
It's top plays time. I'm Olivier Cedra, PA announcer for your Brooklyn Nets. This week, we're celebrating your State Farm top assists. So, do me a favor, Team 2K TV, assist me. Roll those clips.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
King IPM leads off in the Kia Challenge. After the steal from Franklin the dog, plays a little fetch off the cage. What an assist! You might call it a chain link to the easy basket. Ooh, step backs as well. Yo, those are good. Wise choice in the clutch. Bandit King 8 is creating on the goat boat. Takes an ankle, draws the help D, and lobs up for the game. Clock is running down, no need to panic. Somehow, these skeletons have perfect vision. King Op 856 is in the wreck, running from the corner. Usually a dunk, right? Wrong. Slings a pass for a deceptive dime. Way to open up the floor. That's how it's done. Danny Elv wraps us up in my team. Westbrook doesn't even take a step here. Just passes to a cutting big game James. That's James Worthy. But wait, did that go through the legs? What are the chances? So, what button are you pressing? It's a pretty tough decision. You get to assist the winner. Get your best play featured on 2K TV. Send them on social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. That was a blast. I'd love to do it again sometime. What's that? Next week? Well, I'll have to cancel jet ski tennis, but sure. All right. I'll see you then, 2K TV fans. Peace.
Trades have been the topic of conversation this past week in the NBA, but for some VC, can you answer this question? Which NBA player has never been traded in their career?
Is it Will Barton, Nerlens Noel, Yusuf Nurkic, or Moses Moody? This should be an easy one. Second-year player, never been traded, same team, easy peasy. Here's your VC. In Season 4 of 2K23, the music collective Soulection is featured with multiple new tracks added to the soundtrack and some sweet apparel to add some style to your MyPlayer.
And they're big fans of NBA 2K. At a recent recording session, they brought in cameras for a behind-the-scenes look at how they create and play 2K. Check it out.
Soulection is one of the most influential collectives that I've ever came across within music within the last 15 years.
Overall, we're just creatives that just, do what we love and just stay true to our sound and our intuition.
2K is I love the crossroads between music, fashion, and basketball because it's seamless everywhere you go, regardless of where you're at.
2K is expanding into all these different genres of music and all these game modes and having a lot of different brands and collectives a part of the game. I feel like it only makes sense.
Sliding in pocket, come with it. If it's for you, I take the ticket. It's overdue, pay your body a visit. And all you done.
Wait on me, baby. Not that patient.
Honestly, but that plays so for that.
Try to figure out why I can't shake it.
NBA 2K fits into my life pretty seamless.
Honestly, it's kind of a good thing because when I'm at home making beats, I like to take breaks every now and then. And a few games is like a perfect break.
When it's just a lazy day at home and I'm not doing anything, just cut on the game, work on my career, or just hang out with the homies online, talk to them about their builds or who got the best build, or trying to figure out what to do when we're playing direct, or something like that.
Honestly, it's a dream come true. I've been playing since high school. I've been playing ever since. Playing with all my friends, some of them here.
We used to make fun of man, we should what if we were in the game, we would have pro-am team, design the court with the Soulection logo. And we really took it serious, man. This is like a game, this is not just some game. This is
All right, Richard, we're right in the middle of the season, right in the thick of things. What is your main concern if you're a player playing at this particular portion of the schedule?
Your main concern is staying focused on the game of basketball. We understand everybody's been traded. I've been traded. You've been traded. I've been traded on the deadline before. So your goal is how do I just keep focused on basketball? That is the hardest thing. So that's always the trade deadline. You're not worried about anything else other than how do I keep playing my best.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Dimes. And it's Russell in at the point. Here's Dimes. Really played well against the Clippers in his last outing. It's good.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Now here's Porter. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, they've got their eyes on him, calling the foul right away.
Here's Green, coming off a stellar performance against Utah. Tate the pass to Porter. 5 to shoot. Knocked away. And Edwards with a clear path to the basket. And finished off by Edwards.
Man, what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam King. Now here's Green. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game.
Now that James Harden has left Houston, can we appreciate the 8 years he just had with the Rockets? He was an all-star every season in Clutch City.
And here are the Rockets now. 4-point game. Here's Tate. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And you mentioned it, looking at the accomplishments for Harden. absolutely incredible.
Yeah, look, 8 seasons, and let's go down the list. 6 first-team All-NBA selections, an MVP, 3 scoring titles. Harden guys at times nearly got Houston to the finals, just ran into some tough luck. Well, yeah, and also the Warriors. They are tough luck.
They are. He also had the right coach, didn't he? The right coach at the right time for the right play. Beyond the arc, knocks down the 3-ball.
A sometimes underrated playmaker, Green showing good patience and vision.
Last game for the Rockets, they picked up the win against the Utah Jazz.
You could see it in that game, despite the odds going against them. Once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win.
When they say don't give your opponent confidence, this is what they mean. They were allowed to hang around, and by the end, they were the team that believed in themselves.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Rockets trail by 3. Past the quarter, and Houston calls their first timeout of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense, shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Smith in the posts. Great D that time from Edwards.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Here's Dimes. He's got 5. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Edwards. He can't get it to go. And Houston the other way now. This time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
If they can clean up the turnovers and make better decisions, it should be a much closer game this time around.
Here's Dimes. Gobert trying to get open. Passes it to Dimes. It's stolen by Tate. That's a 2 from Smith. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jaden McDaniel.
And showing some fearlessness there. Smith doesn't mind getting hit while taking the shot.
And Jabari Smith, of course, with deep family ties, Greg, to the NBA.
His dad being the OG Jabari. All these guys are in that 6'10", 6'11" range. So great bloodline.
Towns is checked in for McDaniels.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Smith outside, out to the right wing. Now Tate. With that win against the Jazz, he's another guy who really showed up to play. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Good evening, Kevin. I was able to talk with the Rockets head coach. And they were frustrated to lose their first game against this team. He told me we have to be even more aggressive getting to the rim and scoring inside tonight. Kevin, it certainly is their strength. It makes sense to go that way. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Green after the made shot from Dimes. And here is Green. Tries it from 19. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Russell passes to Dimes. From past the arc. Porter pulls it in. Rockets trail by 3. And the foul called on Dimes. That is his first foul of the game. Josh Christopher, he's checked in for Jalen Green. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Gobert. The pass to Christopher. Houston moving it around. Pass to Tate. From the baseline. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Rockets? And that one misses. Greg, we know from time to time things get pretty chippy out there. What kind of things would get under your skin when you played in the NBA?
Oh, guys tended to talk a little trash, and that could rattle you. That could bother you at times, but you really just try to maintain your focus and keeping your eye on the prize.
Porter Jr. is the point with Green on the wing. Gordon out there with Jayshawn Tate. And it's Garuba in the center. It's the 5 for Houston right now.
Making things happen amongst those trees, Green. He's pretty relentless.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Put your head down and make something happen. And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now here's Porter. A 14-point game for him in the win against Utah.
He's more than chipped in on the glass as well. Just a tremendous effort last time out.
Gordon. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played.
And Jayshawn Tate, talk about positional flexibility. I don't know if you'd call him an oversized guard or an undersized forward.
He even played some center at Ohio State. NBA scouts weren't sure what his position was. He kind of flew underneath the radar, went undrafted, but everybody knows his name now.
And here's Edwards from the arc. The Rockets pull it in.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Gordon. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. 5 on the clock. Dimes pulls it in. Dimes got his 5th rebound right now in the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Timberwolves gone 1 of 3 at the line here. And he knocks down the first one. And it's tied up with that one. And so it's Houston with it. And the foul called on Dimes. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
Houston's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Green deciding where to go with it. Pass to Tate. There's the triple. And rebounded by McDaniels. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Buries it down low. 16 points for Dimes.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Outside, Green. Gordon, the pass to Tate. Count that one. Tate's only got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Timberwolves made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Pass it to Garuba. Russell against Tate. Outside Gordon. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Eric Gordon was huge in those classic Rockets-Warriors playoff games, wasn't it?
It's almost forgotten, but Gordon was going toe-to-toe with the Splash Brothers, scoring 19 and 20 points per game in that 18 and 19 postseason battles. Eric's a big game player.
Well, Anthony Towns checked in for the Timberwolves. Here's Dimes. He's got 17. Good on the triple. Dimes got 20.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Ball stolen. Out left to the wing. For three. Got a piece of it. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Dimes in their last game against the Clippers delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 62 points, and his active hands were on display again with a lot of steals. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game. Doing the dirty work down low.
There's the pass to Gordon. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Dimes. Drops in the tray off the fast break. And it's an 11-point Minnesota lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves. Timeout called the Rockets. And from college to the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaches. And speaking of coaching, is that something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now, and you know why I love my job? Because I get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Noel comes in for Russell. Defended by Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Christopher. Pass to Towns. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl-Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Here's Dimes, and here's Anderson from the arc. Here's Dimes. That one goes in. Dimes got 30 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
And making sure they convert by finishing strong.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Rivers checked in. The Timberwolves have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Timeout called the Rockets. Dimes with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all.
And so it's Minnesota going into the break with a 10-point lead. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. Back right after this. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Dimes has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Dimes is out there with Prince, and it's Gobert in at the 5. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Pass to Prince. The step back jumper is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And Smith with the stuff.
So many ways Smith can hurt you, really showing us all what he's capable of.
Outside Edwards. Passes it to Dimes. Here he goes. Gobert trying to get open, and he uses the glass on the way. 37 points for Dimes.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Rockets trail by 10. Porter kicks to Tate. Now the pass to Green. Shoots the 3. Houston gets it back.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Dimes, the pass to Russell. Here's Dimes. And that one hits back iron.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. McDaniels, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. Free throw drop for Smith.
A darn good free throw shooter. Smith doesn't seem to have a weak spot coming into the league.
McDaniels passes to Dimes. Another shot. He lays it in. Dimes got 39.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Garuba the pass to Tate. Smith left side. Back to Tate for the 3. And the 3 ball is good. Tate's only got 11 points.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Dimes. And again.
Well, he's gone up to 40 as he continues to just dominate.
You're right. We knew he had a shot at it tonight. He is now tied for 3rd for the most 40-point games in a season.
And you can put him in the same breath as Michael Jordan. They both can say they had 37 games of 40 or more.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for the Rockets. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. Can't hit from the low block. Timberwolves leading by 8. Over in the corner, Edwards. off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Clock at 6. In the corner, Tate with it. Another miss by Houston. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Lets it go with the 3. The shot missing. So Houston will take it the other way. After this run, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Gordon against Edwards. And the foul called on Dimes. That will be... This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
Find the lane. One shot.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
41 seconds left in the third. Pass to Christopher. And some nice passing there by Houston. Back to Tate. Pass to Christopher. The rebound by Prince. Prince has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off. Gets behind the D on the break, and the pass is there waiting for him. Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
Good if it goes, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Porter. Smith is out there with Jayshawn Tate. And it's Christopher in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Porter passes to Christopher. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And this is why you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic.
Here's Dimes. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
Porter passes to Tate. Back to Porter. Here's Christopher. He kicks to Porter. Christopher, the pass to Porter. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Dimes got 14, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And, another basket that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Poke loose. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. It's rebounded by Houston. Smith's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Passes it to Porter. Wide open. It's good, the assist then. Time from Smith. Smith's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Oh, how about the vision from Smith? You have to know not just where, but when to deliver the ball.
Minnesota calls timeout. For the Rockets, Garuba's checked in, and Jalen Green subbed in for Josh Christopher. Minnesota also making some changes. Gobert, he's checked in for Knight. McDaniels comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Edwards in for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Rockets trail by 14. Porter passes to Tate. Outside, Green. And rejection by McDaniels. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Here's Dimes. A second chance effort. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves? And the second free throw, good. Another steal. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 18. Nice shot by Smith.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Minnesota's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Here's Dimes. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Outside, Green. The pass to Smith. And it's Russell with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 19 points. Here's Dimes. Yet another bucket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Green passes to Tate. Here's Smith. And he could not get that one. And it looks like, yep, it's the coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Over 100,000 gamers tried out for the 2K League this year, but after draft night, less than 50 select hopefuls can now call themselves pro.
We recently caught up with the #1 overall draft pick, Glizzy, after their name was called. Take a look.
#1 overall draft pick. Congratulations. Let's go. You're going to Hawks Talent DC.
Our next guest was the #1 overall pick in the 6th annual NBA 2K League draft. You might or might not have heard of him, but he goes by the name of Glizzy. Glizzy, congratulations.
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all bringing me on the show today, and I'm ready to introduce myself to y'all.
Talk about some of the preparation that you've done to get to this moment and be the #1 pick. What's the grind like for you getting to this moment?
Yeah, just streaming and winning tournaments, winning 2K tournaments, Pro-Am tournaments, 2K League tournaments. Any tournament they have, I'm winning. Just winning, keep winning, collecting money, playing a game. As a young kid, playing a game and winning and making money just by myself, it's just a good feeling to have.
And of course, I have to ask, there's a little bit of trash talk in the NBA 2K League. Where would you rank your trash talk levels? Probably a little bit better than me. I'm not going to lie.
Nah, I'm not really a trash talker. I just get the job done. I talk after I win. I'll focus on getting the job done, then I'll talk after. But if I win, I can talk as much. If I lose, if I'm trash talking in the game and I lose, it's not really much to say after.
Yeah, that's smart. I think whether I win or lose, I'm always just talking trash, just to throw people off. So we're a little different that way. Is there anybody that you're really looking forward to competing against that's actively a pro in the 2K League this year?
Yeah, my man's Dre. He plays for the 76ers GC. He's a point guard. I think that'll be a really good matchup, me versus him.
And of course, you're from Chicago. Being a Chicago native, I think the world knows what kind of basketball players come out of Chicago. So how does this feeling feel to you heading to Atlanta to show them how those Chicago boys play 2K?
Yes, sir, man. I'm ready to take over Atlanta and show them what they get. They got the #1 pick, and I'm gonna make them. They're gonna believe in me. The Hawks is gonna win the chip this year, I promise.
One final question for you. What advice would you give to aspiring players that are looking to become a professional 2K League pro?
Just grind. Learn how to separate playing the game and IRL time. That was the biggest thing for me this year. Having to stream, do content, make videos, staying active with my fan base, and just still interacting with my family. Just make sure you can space both out, because it can mess your mental up sometimes. And that didn't happen to me, gratefully. So yeah, that's just one big thing. Just learn how to space everything out before you become a pro.
Well, Glizzy, congratulations once again. I know the fans and myself are very excited to see what you can do over there in Atlanta. Best of luck this season.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys bringing me on.
Life-changing night for sure. Congratulations to all of the draftees, and we're definitely looking forward to Season 6.
Speaking of drafts, next week, Team 2K TV will be drafting in our own MyNBA League. Who's going to have the #1 pick? Who will we choose?
I'm curious to see this, and we'll want to know if you agree with their picks.
Say, if you had the #1 pick, who would you draft? Let us know over social media.
We're at NBA2K_2KTV. Follow us, and until next time, enjoy the game. Peace.
The middle part of the season can present some unique challenges.
Here we go.
Grant, how do you maintain your focus as a player?
Well, it can be tough. It can be really challenging because it is such a long season. You ultimately have to keep your eyes on the prize. And, of course, veterans know hard work now pays off later. You want to protect your record and start building late-season momentum.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Dimes in at the shooting guard position. Pass to Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I am never sure that Bojan Bogdanović gets credit for being an elite basketball player, especially when it comes to his scoring ability.
That free throw, no good. And Bogdanovich doesn't do anything flashy necessarily.
Which is why maybe, B.A., some people take this guy for granted. He is an efficient scorer. He's a dangerous three-point shooter. He can post a mismatch, and he's unafraid of the moment. Bojan Bogdanović is one of my favorite guys in the league.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
About a minute played here so far in the first.
Timeout.
And the
Timeout.
Pistons call time here.
That's a good timeout. They just can't hit anything.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Hayes with it. He's averaging about 6 points per game. All alone on the break. Here's Dimes. He goes up, and that one is hammered home.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here we go. On up the court. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
It all happened in an instant. Turning defense into offense. I love it.
Well, just terrific anticipation to force the turnover and ignite the break.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Pass to Ivy. Bay with it. Outside Bogdanovich. Here's Ivy.
That's just phenomenal defense. The defense feels like it's all over the place and knows exactly how to guard it.
A nice shot by Dimes. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Minnesota has gone 3 of 3 from outside and looking sharp here in the first. 4-3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year.
Now here's Hayes. Pass to Ivy. Shot clock at 6. With the drive. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go. And so it's Detroit with it. 15-point game. Well, Grant, looking at the career of Bojan Bogdanović, he's been so steady.
Yes, he has, B.A. He's really Mr. Consistency. Always averages double figures, always shoots it well from 3. Bojan can play the 3 or the 4, someone you can really rely on as a teammate.
Anthony Edwards just checked in for McDaniels. A nice shot by Dimes.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Lets the 3 fly. Edwards pulls it in.
0 for 4 to start this game. Some of it's execution, and some of it's just bad luck.
He buries it from 3.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive. How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
A nice shot by Dimes.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
Pass to Hayes. Now Bogdanovich. Hayes up top, guarded by Russell.
That's already this guy's second foul now. He's either going to have to sit or play a bit more conservatively.
Some changes for Minnesota. Knight, he's checked in for Gobert. And Anderson subbed in for Towns. Here's Ivy. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And again, the Pistons missing.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Dimes. And it's off from 3-point range. The Pistons have gone only 1 of 6 so far. Here's Ivy. Last game with 30. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets the 3-second call. Grant, you look at the playoffs last year. I mean, a lot of big-name stars struggled to deliver. Is that every year, or you think that was an anomaly?
You know, B.A., I think it was a bit of an anomaly. I mean, I think you think what's happened in the league in the last few years with the bubble and then the restart last season, there's been a lot of basketball played, and I think it's impacted a lot of players. So I think moving forward, we'll get back to a level of normalcy with the rest and recovery of the offseason, and big-name stars will continue to excel and thrive in the years to come.
Pass to Diallo. Takes it inside. Here's Ivy. 6 on the shot clock. He got a piece of it.
Taurean Prince has the kind of length and speed to close the gap and send it back. What a block.
Here's Dimes. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
12 straight points off 3s. This defense is not extending very well.
Unfortunately for them, they're reeling at this point.
So true. Very little going their way right now at either end of the floor.
Now here's Diallo. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Outside, Anderson. Here's Dimes. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Wow, 5 consecutive 3s. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Diallo outside. Pass to Ivy. He can't hit that time.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
The kick out to Edwards. Here's Knight, defended by Burks. To the paint. Here's Dimes. The shot won't fall. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Last time they came together was in Minneapolis, where they fell to the Timberwolves.
This time around, they're looking for better execution offensively. They have to avoid mistakes.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
Now here's Edwards in his last outing with 12 points. Diallo outside. Here's Ivy. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Pass to Prince. That one's good from the corner.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a cup. On the court for the Timberwolves, we've got Edwards. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin, and it's Dimes in at the small forward position. Noel, the pass to Bay. Oh, it's blocked! It deflects off the backboard.
Thanks. Both Dimes in the last game against the Rockets got the job done. He contributed 62 points and also did a lot of damage from long. He had his handprint all over that game. Put up some big numbers. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early. Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
And last season, the NBA mourned the passing of Hall of Famer Bob Lanier. He played his first decade with the Pistons.
A sad loss for the NBA. Now, he represented them 7 times as an all-star, but for all his greatness on the court, he'll be remembered just as much for the work he did off the court as the league's global ambassador.
The Pistons making a switch here. Bagley's checked in. Knight, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Here's Diallo. Oh, and again, unable to change momentum here.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Anderson passes to Edwards. Here's Dimes. Had a career game his last time out. Bucket after bucket. Banked it in off the glass.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Down low. Here's Noel. And Noel hammers it down.
And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivy finding the open man.
Here's Dimes. Good. Another from 3. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
Detroit has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Diallo on the wing, guarded by Edwards. Inside, Bagley lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Driving to the basket, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Nerlens Noel.
Well, that was clearly a foul. I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Stewart, he's checked in for the Pistons. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Prince is checked in for Anderson. To the inside. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Hangs. And another one.
Once again, he's hit the 40-point mark as he has been nothing short of stellar all season long.
And now he has moved into 3rd all-time for most 40-point games in a single season. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Stewart. Got a hand on it. Rebound, Minnesota.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Here's Dimes. And so it's Minnesota, and they're up an insane amount going into the... And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Timberwolves shooting a legendary 79%. Their offense is just on a tear. They've got Hayes, Saddiq Bey out there with Bojan Bogdanovic. Then there's Ivy, and it's Duren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
To the paint. Here's Ivy. That one no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Well, Grant, Ivy gets a lot of attention for his scoring, but he can also lock you down at the other end.
Oh, yes, he can, B.A. He's big, active, and athletic, too. A strong on-ball defender as well. He'll also jump passing lanes, causing deflections. He looks to flip turnovers into points.
Hayes, the pass to Bogdanovich. Now here's Bay. Hayes for three. He can't get that one to fall.
I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
A nice shot by Dimes.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay. And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
And the ball out of play. The Pistons will have it. For Detroit, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Hayes. They swipe it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Showing no signs of giving up this lead. That blocks.
A minute 9 left in the third quarter. Here's Dimes. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Timberwolves.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And there's the lob. Very pretty alley-oop.
You know, his last season in college, Ivy's vision was much improved, and he's continuing that here.
There's 39 seconds left in the third. Here's Dimes. Pass to Knight. Shoots over Bay. Here's Dimes. Second chance effort. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And that one misses. And for the Pistons, they're shooting around 32% in the third quarter. It's deflected. He takes it in, and he slams it in one-handed.
You look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
He swipes the ball away again, and that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it. Man, the defender really went after him.
And the first one at the line is good. He's perfect from the line this time. 7 seconds left in the third quarter. From deep three-point range. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves showing no mercy and just piling it on. Looking dominant and focused right now. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Across the league, we've seen a lower number of free throw shots per game. Doris, has that stuck out to you?
I think we've all noticed it, certainly, Brian. And there was a long stretch of time where the rules tilted heavily in favor of the offensive player. I think now the league is trying to get back to a happy medium where the physicality is allowed to just go up just a touch. And I think it's 100% appropriate.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Jordan McLaughlin out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Taurean Prince. And it's Knight in at the center position.
Bombs away in the first half. He's followed up the effort with 3 more triples since.
And yes, another basket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Here's Dimes. Hits yet again. Wow. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Who poked away? Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Dimes. Fires from deep. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Diallo outside. Back to Joseph. And here's Birch. To stop the run. The shot no good.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And the call will be against Hamidou Diallo. That's his first foul.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
Anderson's checked in for Minnesota. Noel comes in for McLaughlin. Connects again from distance.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. Here's Joseph. And with the G League Ignite and other youth leagues, the opportunity to go pro at a young age is there. Doris, did you see this coming?
Well, we know nothing stays static in life, Brian, and I think you need to look no further than what happened for such a long time over in Europe and abroad. We'd observed that European players had an advantage where it came to skill development because they were playing pro earlier than people over here in the United States. This has helped close the gap.
The best way to... 3-1.
Here's Dimes. Let's go with a three. Duren with a rebound. And Detroit is shooting right around 40% since the beginning of the fourth quarter.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Timberwolves.
And everything seemed to go their way today. Another one goes! Incredible!
And he is simply unconscious. Nobody can stop him right now.
Boy, the points keep coming, and he's climbing that scoring ladder. Third on the list, well in sight. Bay passes to Bogdanovic. And then Bogdanovic with the dunk.
Well, they needed this run way earlier. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Now here's Bay, tightly guarded. Here's Dimes. He's covered by Bay. And again for three.
Splashes home another three, and he moves into second place with that make.
Well, you got to think that every time he releases the ball from deep, it's going in. He just keeps raining down the threes. The first one falls.
And when you talk about Ivy, his explosiveness really stands out, especially when he's running the floor.
And he can't hit the second. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long and good night, everyone.